ladies and gentlemen, things are crazy right now. They've been crazy before, and they're crazy again. I am what you might call politically agnostic, and I realize that music is an escape for a lot of us from a lot of this stuff that you see going on in our country and around the world. And perhaps you don't want that topic intermingled with this. But some artists use the music as a vehicle to do something bigger than just the music itself, although the music itself is immense in every way. And while I typically take requests on this channel, today I'm taking the liberty to show you something that I love. I can think of no other artist that stands for, that symbolizes, that embodies that idea that the music is a conduit, is a vehicle. It is what the artist used to deliver a higher message, right? To connect us all, to serve what they considered a greater purpose. I can think of no other artist that is better suited for that description than Bob Marley. I have loved Bob Marley since the moment I heard him, and he has been a guiding light in my life for a whole host of reasons. And what we're going to do today is we're going to do the standard stuff, right? We're going to analyze the music, the rhythm, the harmony, the melody, but also the lyrics. The lyrics, the message he's sending is actually a repeat. I think it's almost word for word of a speech by Haile Selassie I, who was the Ethiopian president, I believe, in the 60s. And it's basically verbatim. But the way he delivers it, the message that it sends, the actual language and imagery and words that it uses are so perfect to reflect upon today, no matter who you are and where you are, with all this nonsense and craziness and confusion and emotions and feelings are going on. It's a universal message, which is why I and so many others identify with it and love it so much. So if you've heard this before, please try to listen to it like you haven't heard it before. And if you have, welcome back. It's time. This is Bob Marley and the Wailers. This is War, No More Trouble, 1977, Rainbow Theatre, London. And I believe this was co-written by Carlton Barrett, the inventor of the one drop, my favorite drum beat of all time. Final.
And permanent. Discredited. And abandoned. Well, everywhere is war. This war.
And first of all, do you hear how the music starts with it shooting into the audience? I mean, it's like you hear it. Woo, woo. We're going to go back and listen to it, but you can hear it fill the room. It's like shots fired. It's like I'm about to preach and say something. And you hear the audience singing along with him like parishioners do in church, right? It's that vibe, and how he holds his hand out like he's preaching. I mean, he is using the music to get through, to get his point across. He views himself and the music as a vessel. It is outstanding to watch. It is amazing. Now, let me go back a little bit Let me show you what's going on here a little bit harmonically and melodically, right? If you guys are new to this channel, this is what we do. Please don't freak out. We start and stop and try to figure out the melody, rhythm, harmony to tunes. Figure out, what gives them the magic, what makes them what they are. So you got a few different parts. First, you got the one drop. Carlton Barrett, inventor of the one drop. Just feel the kick and the snare hit on 3. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, let's count it. Like 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. You hear that? So that's the first step. You got to get that feel of that 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. That push is on 3. That is a unique musical rhythm. Then you have the offbeats. That. What you have here is you have a B minor to an A major. So like a 6 to a 5. We're assuming that we're in natural minor. And then I'm mimicking the sound of the keyboard. The keyboards do that little skank, like that left, right, left, like. If you're playing a guitar by yourself, you can mimic it, doing back and forth with the bass and the bass note in the top 3 strings and letting it ring out far and back. If you're playing in a big band like this and you have a keyboard player, you're probably going to do the traditional, just downstrokes. Right? You're going to get that. And then you got the bass. The bass is the key to reggae music. You got. He alternates back and forth between just the roots, Then that little minor runs, 5 flat 7, and then 4 flat 3. You hear him do it down there. Listen to all the parts. And that little part right there is that it's just B minor going down to A. Gotta have that laugh.
Until the philosophy which on one race superior and another.
Great, simple melody, which outlines the tag at the end. So. And the lyrics throughout the whole song, I promise I'm not going to stop all this, but the lyrics throughout the whole song match that theme, right? Where it's root, next chord tone of B minor, so going up to the flat 3rd, staying with that 9. You'll see how that 9 is very important. That then another. That line doesn't make sense until the philosophy, until holds one race inferior, then another. The then another is what makes that. And whenever he goes to those little lyrical tags, he outlines the flat 7 and the 9 of B minor, which of course is the root and major 3rd, the A and C sharp of A. And yeah, you might say that's some small, simple, insignificant thing. But it's those little things those powerful melodic devices matched with the lyrical phrasing and the lyrical content that make it a home run, that make it a straight 10. Let's keep going. I'll point it out to you more as it comes.
Inferior is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned.
Like, he's going on about how if you keep doing the same thing will happen. The point he's making is all being outlined with the tag on the A, accentuating that 9. I'm telling you, that's real stuff.
Well, everywhere is war.
And that lick, that... I'm telling you, this is genius stuff. It's simple, but perfect, like all good things in life. Root, flat 3, 5, and then, no, not a flat 3 to 1. Like your ear thinks, it's the 9 to 1. I'm telling you, every tag in this tune accentuates the C sharp. You're C sharping that B. It gives you the little taste of dominant. Because remember, the 9 or the 2 is the 5th of the 5. I know, don't freak out. That's what it is. And you also get it over the A because that performs the same function. I don't want to go too deep, but just know that the 9 tagging the lyrics of admonition is what makes the song what it is.
And until there's no longer first class nor second class citizens of any nation, until the color of a man's skin is of no more significance to the color of his eyes, I've got to say what.
And that's the line right there. That when I heard when I was 12 or 13 or whatever, I was like, until the color of a man's skin is of no more significance than the color of his eyes. It hit me. And I was like, that's it. That's it. Like, we are not born this way. Seeing different races, different colors, different whatever, is learned. It's taught. It requires it being brought to your attention. Because my kids, I have 4 kids. You know how they describe people of different colors? With details. That's the light brown daddy. That's the dark brown daddy wearing the green shirt. Right? That's the dark brunette, the dark brown, the mommy with the dark brown hair and the really light, almost see-through skin. Do you see what I'm getting at? The kids, all of us, when we learn our colors, when we meet new people, are in new environments, the significance of what people look like and where they come from is equal until it becomes changed by the world. Think about that. A perfect time to think about and reflect on that. It becomes very clear to me in that when you think about it like that, that the future is in the next generations and how we take this time to move forward. And I'm not, again, not political. I'm not even remotely trying to have this be about that. But this is a universal message for all of us, no matter where you are, who you come from. Keep going.
And until the basic human rights are equally guaranteed to all without regard to race, this your war. Cause until that day, the dream of lasting peace, censorship, and the rule of international morality will remaining but a fleeting illusion to be pursued, but never attained.
That's what I'm talking about. He's tagging it with the admonition that the rule of international morality will continue to be pursued, but never attained. You keep doing the same stuff, you're going to get the same stuff. We all think we're doing the right thing. We're all trying to figure out what the right thing is. We've got tons of feelings, etc., etc. We're all in different circumstances, and we think we're pursuing it, but never to be attained. Think about it.
Well, everywhere is war. It's your war. War in the east, war in the west, war up north, war down south. And it's a war, rumors of war. And until the ignoble, unhappy regime that hold our brothers in Angola, in Mozambique, South Africa, yeah, subhuman bondage, yeah.
Subhuman bondage. Again, it's always the tags where he's accentuating that 9. And just on another note, completely that mutronish sound that womp, 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 like you're shooting laser beams, like I heard Jerry Garcia do in that last video that I reviewed. It's got that similar sound. I just love it. It make that, but it's got that. You could do it with the wah-wah, and I love doing this with wah-wah for reggae tunes when I'm playing in a band. Is to mimic that wah wah that the keyboards get with the wah-wah. So as we all know, our wah is connected to our face. You know, wah wah wah, and if you imagine that just wah wah wah. So when you hit the strike, you know. You know that you can mimic that if you don't have keys, or if you want to be extra keyboardy, which we usually do.
Has been doubled, utterly down destroyed. Well, everywhere is war. It's your war. War in the east.
The keys and back in.
War in the west. War up north. War down south.
I love how they bring the keys in and out.
It's
Makes
a war. Rules of war. And until that day, the African continent will not know peace.
bass and drums.
We Africans will fight, we'll find it necessary. We know we shall win. We are confident in the victory. A good over evil. A good over evil. A good over evil.
Again, that's the line. Of good over evil, right? That 9, that's the secret to the tune. Whenever there's the big time point, it's the 9 to the 1. Remember that, you songwriters out there.
Well, everywhere is
Going behind the backup singer. Screaming behind the backup singers, so it's coming out of their microphones. Amazing.
in the morning, war in the night, war in the evening, war late at night, war. We don't. And until the philosophy.
Teasing the next song with the I mean, it's epic. It's absolutely epic. It's church. I don't know how to describe it.
Which old one race superior and another
Start with the first verse again.
inferior is finally and permanently discredited and abundant. Well, everywhere is war. Everywhere is war. Everywhere is war. Everywhere is war. Hey, hey, we don't
walk it off.
no more trouble. We don't need no more trouble. We don't need no more trouble. We don't need no more trouble. No more troubles. No more troubles. We don't need. Oh no. Oh no. No more trouble.
Real quick, they stopped going to the A, right? So now it's just your B minor vamp. And you got the... right? Flat 3, 4, 5. Classic melodic technique. Just do a 1, 2, 3 from your flat 3 in a major chord, right? Just like D major. And then 4, 5, flat 3, 1.
We don't need. Oh no, no, no. No more trouble. No more trouble. I tell you what we need is love to guide and protect us on. If you're up, look down from above. Help the weak if you are strong. We don't need no trouble. What we need is love. We don't need. Oh no, no more trouble.
All right, a couple things to point out. One, those hits. Minor 1, 4, 5. There's your 4 chord, right? E minor. Then goes up to the F sharp, your 5. And then makes the 5 dominant. The minor third, that bad boy, right? The A in your F sharp, if it were, becomes A sharp to make it that leading tone, which of course is half step below the tonic, to which you resolve. Little things like that draw the ear harder back to 1 or home base. The other thing, watch the band here. Watch the band. Watch how the guitar player is dropping his knees on the 3 with the 1 drop. Shooting huge large walls of sound on the 3 and having everybody accentuate it with the skanking, but it's all about the on 3. That's reggae. That might be the best beat out there. Watch how the guitar player is right on it. Nice and slow, swimming in that big fat push on 3. Swimming in it.
Speak happiness, say it up without your hold. Come on and speak the love, say it up without your hold. Hey, we don't need no trouble. What we need is us. We don't need no more trouble.
They've added the A back in if you hadn't picked up on it. It was just that introduction where they vamped on A. Now when they're tagging, they're back on it. They're back on it. The A. he is, Carlton Barrett. Pick up the guitar for the next song.
Don't need no trouble.
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the band. That's the man. That is my favorite example of someone who uses the music as a vehicle to do something bigger, to do something higher. I think regardless of what you feel about the actual, background of him, or who Haile Selassie is, or all of those different things, no matter where you come from, I think we can all agree that Bob's message was universal and universally positive and optimistic, for goodness to win over evil, for change, for the better. Cheers. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.